What's going on, you guys? Today I want to talk to you guys about income, and specifically the two different types of income, which are passive income versus active income, and how by knowing these definitions you can really scale up your money, grow your money, and become wealthy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. So welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new to my channel, thanks so much for taking some of your time to tune in. Now I have to do one big thing. I gotta give you a hug, so come here, come here, come here, come here, come here, come here. Yes, I have to show you love, and that's what we do on this channel. We are a community of brothers and sisters with love, and so it is my job to get you guys right. So thanks so much. So what exactly is active income? I'm glad you asked. So active income is when you have to physically exert yourself to perform a task in order to receive money back for it. So for example, if you work at McDonald's, right? You go into work, you perform a task for however long, and then they say, okay, we'll pay you for that specific task. So that is active income. That means in order for you to get paid, you have to physically be there. You have to physically perform the task, and then in return, they give you money back. So I know what some of you guys are thinking. You're like, duh, James, I know that if I go to work, I'm gonna put in some time, I'm gonna do a task, and I'm gonna get paid for it. So now what I wanna describe to you guys is what passive income is and how it works. Passive income is money that you're receiving coming to you without you having to do any work, any services at that present moment in order to make that money. So this idea is crazy. It's kind of mind-boggling. Like, how can I make money without having to do anything for it at that moment? Like, sounds almost too good to be true, but best believe me, it is not. So let me give you a general idea of how passive income works. So for example, you go on the gram, you post a nice selfie, you're looking good, right? And so initially when you put that picture up there, it has 0 likes. Now, you may not check it initially, but maybe after 2 hours, 3 hours, you get 1 like, 2 likes, and then the next day it builds up to like 200 likes. This is exactly how passive income works. So you may have sown a seed or put some money in initially, but over time, that initial money that you put in or that time that you put in, people are still paying for it. People are still giving you money back for it. And so let me give you a real life example of how passive income works. So let's say you go buy a house, right? That house is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. You're not gonna stay in that house, but what you do is you stay in with your parents, but you've purchased this house and you find people to stay in that house and rent that house out. You charge the people who are coming into that house roughly $800 per month to stay there. Over time, that $800 begins to bring you income. And that income may not, initially fall into your pockets. It could potentially fall into the bank's pockets, but over time, over 20 years, over 30 years, over 40 years, that money, that $800 will pay for how much you had to spend for the house, and it will continue to make you more and more and more and more money without you having to physically be doing any work for it. You made that decision, you sowed that seed to purchase the home, and now over time you are receiving income passively by the decision that you made. So I want to first share some of the cons of both active income and passive income so that you're aware of them and so that you can kind of avoid getting caught up in certain situations. So for active income, some of the cons of active income is that you can only be in one place at one time. You can't teleport to some other time in order to bring you in money different types of ways with active income. For example, if you want to be an NBA player and a barber, you're gonna have to split up that amount of time to perform those tasks in order to bring you in money. So if you want to be an NBA player, you go play basketball, you shooting hoops. You can't shoot hoops and cut hair at the same time. It just doesn't work like that. Like, you have to pick one, stick with it, perform that task, and then go to the next task. So active income takes you being physically there in order to make you money. So that is a con for active income. Now for passive income, one con that I've seen is that your income that you're bringing in can be put on hold at any time. So let's go back to our example where we say we bought a house, right? We had $800 coming in, we had someone staying there. In the event that that person decides they don't want to stay there anymore, that means that that passive income that you're making gets put on hold for a period of time until you can find a different person to stay in that house and to pay that $800. So passive income can be put on hold, and that can be inconvenient at times. So I wanted to list out a few different ways that you can earn active income and passive income. So for active income, you're able to earn this by working a 9 to 5. So that means you work for a business for however long, and they in return pay you for the work that you've done. You can also start your own business. And so you will use your own time and you'll work for people who are wanting your services, and they will pay you in return. But you are physically having to do these tasks, as well as, your side hustles, you cutting someone's lawn, just those simple things that in return bring you in more income. So with passive income, the way it works is that you have to invest. And so you can either do one of two things. You can invest your money or you can invest your time. And so like with the example that I gave with me buying a home, having someone stay there for $800 a month, I invested my money in order for it to make me some money back. And so if you're choosing to invest your time, let me give you an example of how you, over a year, can invest your time, and over time it can bring you back money. So if you are a person that loves basketball, all you do for an entire year is go to basketball events and write about how basketball changes memories, lives, the technicals behind basketball. You become this basketball guru and write an ebook. Now that ebook can be sold for money over time. So pretty much that is a passive investment. So you use your time up front. Now you have a product to sell to someone else. And so 20 years from now, that book can still be making you money because you wrote it at one time, and then passively over time, people are still making sales and it's generating money back into your pocket. So as you can see, there are so many different ways that you can generate both active and passive income, but I feel like it would be unfair for me to describe what both are, but not give you exactly how I am generating both active and passive income. So for active income, I am a civil engineer, so I work for a civil engineering company and they pay me for my services that I perform there. As well as I own my own company, HL and HI Consultants, where I work with home improvements as well as real estate photography. As far as passive income, I invest both my money and my time. So as far as my money, I invest in BlockFi, which is an app that you can download right now. And what they're doing is they are paying people roughly 8.6% annual interest to have your money in the account. And so your bank may be paying you roughly 0.1%, 0.2%. But with BlockFi, if you want to take a small portion and invest it into the account, they will pay you 8.6% per year versus 0.1 or 0.2% per year. So that's roughly 200 times what a bank would give you on the amount of money that you have in your account. So that is one way that I invest, as well as with Robinhood. Now Robinhood is an app where you can put your money into different companies, and in return, if those companies make money and their stock price goes up, then what happens? The money that you put in, it goes up. But if you don't put your money in stocks that don't go up, then your money will go down. So it has its benefits, ups and downs, but if you know how to invest, you can make money from that. As well as I invest my time. So like for this video, I'm putting my time and effort into the video to help others, and in return, over time, if I get enough views, enough likes, enough comments, yada, 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 I will be able to make money maybe a year from now, maybe 2 years from now. So it's like you sow your seeds here and there, and over time, they build you money in return. My question to you today is, how are you making money passively? That's by any means. It can be from $1 a day, 10 cents a day. How are you making that money passively? And so I want you to leave that in the comments down below. I am by no means a financial advisor, but I did want to give you guys this information so that you do understand that there are two types of income and not just one type of active income. If you like this video, please be sure to hit the like button, and to not be selfish, share this content with someone else, as well as subscribe so that you are in the loop about how to grow and to grow your money. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you guys for tuning in with me, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video.
Ask yourself, are you really where you want to be?